Okay. Good, good. So, hello everyone. My name is Sahand. I'm the founder of Gymopol, a platform, a social platform for fitness enthusiasts. So we're a startup in Linköping, Sweden, and we actually started recently. And I'm here to present the platform and also talk about technical aspects of the platform. So the first part is going to be the platform itself, what is our vision, and what we're looking for exactly with this social platform. So Gymopol is inspired by all the platforms that we have, the behavior that the users have on popular social platforms, and we thought of a new kind of social platform that can motivate our users to become more active. This is now what we're seeing on popular social platforms like Instagram. So there we have like more digital content and these content-based platforms. But here is more like at Gymopol, we're trying to have a user-focused platform which motivates its members to become more active. The first part would be like more about the vision, the platform, the goals that we have. I'm going to go through the whole platform and talk about different features that we have and the upcoming features that we're going to release. And in the second part, I'm going to talk about the technical aspects and the difficulties and the challenges that we had with our startup. Thanks for joining. So I'm going to start with the application itself. So our application is actually is very the UI you might have seen in different popular social platforms. So it's not very unfamiliar. And the idea was that our users could get started with this right away. So so you can just go to your. So the first thing they can do here is just make a profile. So we're thinking about platforms like LinkedIn. So in LinkedIn, you make a profile based on your job, your proficiency, but here you're going to make a platform based on your fitness life. So the activities that you do, and that's where it makes it different from like platforms like Instagram. So once you're in, you can add the activities that you do on a daily basis. And you can also connect the gyms that you train at to your profile. And we think this is very important because it gives you this physical and real-world aspect of your profile. So, and we're going to use this later on in other features, which I'm going to talk about. One of the things that we thought is very motivating for every user is to have the music that you listen to. And we think the music they listen to is very important, at least for many people. So we thought of a feature to share this with other people. So in your profile, you're going to add the music that you listen to during your training. And this is actually something that's been used in the platform at a good level. So we think this really works and people like it. So in the future, we're going to add some streaming feature. So you can share music in a stream with other people around you. And this is going to be the next update, actually. And this is going to, we are looking forward to it, actually. So once you're done with your profile, you're going to go to your content. So this is exactly like Instagram. So you share your training and stuff. But one of the things that we thought in the platform is the privacy of the user. Because this platform is more like people who are close to each other are going to be able to communicate with each other and probably, if they would like to meet each other and do some activity together. So one of the things that we've done is that every information that you enter, we tell you if you're going to share it with other users or not. So this is something that we've thought very carefully. We have had meetings after meetings about what is going to be shared and what is not going to be shared. For example, your gender, your date of birth, these things are not going to be shared with other users. This is for us to just provide some features to you, but this is not something other people can see directly. So once you've done with your fitness profile, you're going to go to the settings and you're going to decide your location. So Gymopol is actually a social platform, but what we're looking for is to make a world digital gym. So our world, or let's say virtual gym. So what we're going to do is that the area that you're in is actually your gym. So you're a member with us. It means this whole area is your gym, and all the people here are your gym buddies. So you're going to have all the communication with them. So it's not about weightlifting. It's about 100 sports. It could be cycling, it could be running, it could be just pet walking. So whatever activity you can think of, we have, and then these people in this area are going to be interconnected. They can just communicate with each other. It could be like digital interaction, it could be real world interaction. And we're actually motivating this real world interaction because we think we don't want to be like Instagram or any like TikTok. We want you just get off this app platform and go do something in real world, in real physical activity. And that's why all the features that we are releasing, we are having updates like every 2 weeks, every other week, or every week. And all the thing that we're looking for, all the features we're releasing, is towards getting you out and doing some activity with other people. So we don't want you to get locked on our platform, and this is not what we're looking for. So once you've decided your area, and the area that you're, which is your the coverage area, and then you're good to go. So we have different privacy levels. This is something you need to think of. For example, if you go private, nobody sees you in the platform. You just disappear. But if you go public, everyone sees you. We have something in the middle. Everyone sees you, can search for you in some way, but doesn't see your content. So many users shown interest for this middle level, which we think is interesting and works well. Yeah, so once I'm done with this part, I'm going to the feed. The feed actually is the part all the interaction happens. So our idea is that all the people around you are going to see content, your content, and this is where this happens. So it could be a normal post from your training, different users posting. You can just react to them, you can just comment on that. So this is something that you can do, or you can just go for a join. A join is actually, for example, I've shared this join. A join is actually an activity that you have planned and you want others to join you with that activity. It's not like an event like by organizations. It could be you going for a walk and want someone to join you. So you can just send out a text and and that's interesting for us because we can decide the age of the audience, the gender, and you can see how many people see that. But the thing is that this join is going to be seen by people around you. So this is not like a story on Instagram or other platforms that everyone can see that. Only people can physically reach you are going to be able to see this. And that makes it more towards real world activity. This is the same thing about the content. So this, you see contents from people near you actually. You can also see what other people are listening to. So we have this music feed, and all the users around you, you can see what they're listening to when they train. And this is actually something I've seen on social platforms, people asking for a music list, what the suggestions and stuff. So this is actually the feature that answers that need. So we want people share music. And if you don't have any own list, you can go see what your gym members, people around you listen to, and for what activity. So this is why we have introduced this new feature, music feed. This is not released yet. It's going to be released this weekend, actually. So if you have downloaded, you have the latest version, you're not seeing this feature yet, but going to be out soon. Yes, I'm going to continue. So one of the other things that we have on the platform is actually the Finder. The Finder is not something you see anywhere else. It is a feature that shows other members sorted based on distance. So you can see other members, how far they are from you. But as I mentioned, we have thought about privacy of the user a lot. So we don't show the distance under 5 kilometers. So for example, if I go for this user, I see this user is near me, but we don't mention the exact distance. So we say less than 5 kilometers. So if you and your neighbors are on the platform, if you don't know the neighbor, you wouldn't know that this person is really close to you. The same thing about people who are very far away. We don't show the exact distance for over 100 kilometers. We say it's over 100 kilometers. We don't show the city yet also. The reason is that if you travel, if you want to go somewhere else and change your location, we don't show that. So for over 100 kilometers, we say only over, and no location, no city is going to be mentioned. It's only for the privacy of the user. And let me mention that we do not read the user's location live. So the user's location is not read live. So it's you who go to your settings and change your location. We don't want you to read your location in the background. So it's all manual by you, and it's for your privacy. So one of the things that we have in this page, you can go and filter the members that you're seeing. For example, based on the gym the members train at. We have this one, so we can say Nordic Wellness Linköping Ekkällan, and then if I do that, I can see all the members training there. You can also sort based on age, if the person is willing to train with someone, and we can also see online members, what activities the users are interested in, so you can decide that. If you're looking for someone to do boxing with, just training, you can just use this filter. So this is the page that you can find people based on some parameters that we have on mind. But the question is why age we're using. We see at gyms different groups, and it happens that it's based on age. So if you're retired, we see people who are retired training together. If you're very young, people very young training together. So that's why we have this age parameter here. And yeah, so we think this is going to be useful for many users. So if you want to send message to anyone directly, see if the person is online or not. So one of the things that we think of here is that we cannot, we thought about privacy, as I mentioned from the beginning. Privacy is our top priority. So we know people who don't know each other end up here. So one of the things that we have implemented on the platform is that nobody can send message to anyone else without being connected to that person. So we cannot send, I cannot send any message to this person because we're not connections. So one of the things I need to do is to wave at this person. I don't want to do it now. So if you wave at this person and the person waves back, and then you have a connection. And then you're going to be able to send messages to each other. If the person is private here, it's going to be public for you as long as your connections. So if you go to your messenger, here in your messenger, you see all the connections that you have. And you can just communicate with these people, send messages, see their profiles. But as soon as you end the conversation, then it's going to be done. So you're not connections anymore. If the other person is private, then it's going to go back to private. And why we do that? We think that your connection as long as you're in communication. So as long as you talk to each other. If you don't want to talk to each other anymore, then you're not connections. And that's the idea that we had behind this feature. And we think this based on the reality that we want our users to be more real world oriented than just digital like other social platforms. that we have, those popular ones. Yes, and yeah, I continue with the next page. We have also this feature which is called Explorer, and in the Explorer you can see training videos from other users around the world. So you can just swipe, and this is over 100 kilometers. So you can see them and then just go to their profiles. We have also our official account here, which publishes inspirational videos, which motivates our users, and other videos from around the world. So this is your window to the whole world, and you're not limited to this 100-kilometer range only here. Yes, I'm gonna go back to my profile. I'm gonna finish the first part with this section. So as I mentioned before, you can create your fitness profile, but I just missed something, so I want to just bring it up here. So when you add your gyms, which we recommend to do so, as you saw here, you can just, based on those gyms, just filter the users that you see in the Explorer, and in the feed you can also see posts from users who train at a specific gym. So here, wherever you are, we're going to detect your location, and we're going to give you the list of the gyms around you. So this is something not hard-coded. This is something that we look at live. So anywhere around the world, you can see the gyms around you and can just add them to your profile. You can see also check who trains at those gyms and what they do exactly, and see, just follow what happens at that specific gym. Yep, I think that was it for the presentation of the application. So I want to just wrap it, the first part, with this conclusion. We at Gymopol are actually very focused on making our members more active, and this is our priority. So we don't want to have a platform which is more like virtual digital world, and one of the things that we appreciate a lot is feedback, because I've personally been training like 12 years without pause. I'm very into, but it's and the team trains a lot. So, but this is our perspective. So one of the things that we appreciate a lot is feedback. So as soon as you give us feedback, we look at it, and we're gonna appreciate. It could be a feature. Your feedback can become a feature, and we're very serious about that, and we take it seriously. So how you can do that? If you go to settings, here you can we have an option feedback. You can tap on it, and you can go to navigate. You can go to different parts, and you can go to navigate. You can go to different parts, and you can say, okay, this doesn't work for me. You can mark it like that, and just type your comment, feedback, and just send it to us. And we're going to look at it, and this could be fixed, or you can just could be feedback about adding a new feature because it's missing and you think it's cool to have. We're going to fix it very fast, actually. Yep, thank you. So we're going to have a pause, and we're going to come back with the technical aspects of the application, and how our startup started and how it's going with it. Thank you. Are we on? Okay, great. So this part is mostly about our startup, so how we got started and how it's going, and also I'm going to go through the technical details of our, as much as I can, our platform, and yeah. So I can get started with our journey. So we actually I've been working as teacher at Linköping University for quite time, and we at some point with my training I thought, okay, it's good to have such platform. I had this idea for a long time, and I asked two of my students to just start this, and they wanted to do their thesis. I brought up the plan, and they liked it, and they implemented us a very good implementation for us. So it was a prototype that we had, and we looked at it, and we liked it actually. And after that, the journey started. So one of the challenges that we had from the beginning was, okay, we are working. So I think it's mostly for many startups. And we didn't take in money from any VC. So our journey was like, we have our lives, now we have put energy and work on this little baby, which we wanted to raise. And actually it's been quite challenging, and I think it's also the same for many people doing the same, going the same approach. But we managed it actually. So we worked hard, and after a year, we managed to release the platform. We had quite background, and that helped a lot. But one of the things I can think of right away is that how much AI helped us. I think we started just very parallelly with the wave of AI and new tools and agents coming in, and we adapted ourselves. We weren't like, okay, no, we don't want to use AI because we're good programmers. No, it wasn't like the case. We thought we want productivity, so we need to be more productive because we're limited in resources. And I had discussion with some of my colleagues, and, okay, this is actually really nice because we're not many, but we feel many because we're more productive now. So we don't stuck with problems for days, and we have someone to just chat with and to exchange ideas. And this actually helped us a lot. So I would say it increased our performance like 100%. And it would take like twice time if it wasn't for the sake of AI. We managed to release in a year. We've implemented a full-fledged platform, which is capable of handling like millions of users. But without AI, I think it would take twice time for us to manage that. And I really appreciate that that's one of my favorite things, that we started exactly with this new wave of AI. So yeah, but our technical stack is like at the front we use Flutter, and Flutter is actually something new to me personally, but not for the other developers. And I had worked with React Native quite, and I was a little bit skeptical about which one I need to choose. So I went to conferences around the world to just talk with people and get their feedback and do comparison. And I came to the conclusion that Flutter helps better us because we wanted to just be fast. And Flutter showed to be really fast, and we managed it really well. So why we didn't go for native like Android and Swift? And the answer is obvious: limited resources. So if you had the resources and time, we would definitely go for Android and Swift. I think that would be the ultimate destination for us to go there. But for now, as we are limited in resources, and we're going to be for quite some time, I think we're going to continue with this path. And we're happy with Flutter. Flutter is, Google has decreased the support for that, but it hasn't caused any problem for us. And there has been some, actually, not zero problems, but it actually we managed to solve those problems and issues. At the back end, we have used Python and Fast API. So Python, because we all were familiar with Python, and it was really nice to work with Python with no problems there. And Fast API should to be very high performance. So the performance with Fast API was actually really good. So we tested with Flask, which is very popular, and the Fast API showed to be way more with better performance compared to Flask. Yeah, so one of the challenges that we had in the beginning, and we had different meetings, and we tested a different solution, was, okay, our backend, where are we going to host our backend? And we tested Amazon, we tested Azure, Google, and different solutions, and we wanted to have cloud-based solution because we wanted to think of some solution that is easy to scale up. And it was really important for us to be able to scale up and out at the same time. And after testing and talking with the experts around us, I would say around the world, and then we came to the conclusion to use Azure. And right now we're using Azure. I'm quite happy with it, combined with Google Firebase. So Google Firebase and Azure are two backend nodes that we use, combined with Flutter in the front end, and we have made this environment, and it really works well for us. So Google Firebase is used mostly for our authentication and media storage. So for analytics also we use Firebase. All other logic goes to Azure, and which is really good. Sometimes a little bit unstable in the cPanel, but other than that, it really works well, and we're happy with it. If you use terminal the whole time, it's really, really nice, so no problems there. Okay, so I go back to our front end and with the Flutter. So one of the challenges in the beginning that we had with the Flutter was that, okay, what is going to be the architecture at the front end? And we have many options there. So we had a lot of discussions there, and right now, if I can show you the layers that we have, and then you can see we have quite code. I would guess it's like over 500,000 lines of code at our front end. So, which is actually quite nice. I don't want to go through different lines of code, but this actually is a big, big project. So, and I would say the first of mine, this big, and with this amount of lines of code. So at the back end, it's less code and more focused on the algorithms. So I can name some challenges that we had at the back end. One of the challenges that we had was about a scale. So we wanted to have a platform that handles millions of users if it happens to us. So we wanted to have the best news to be the worst news. So from the beginning, we started to work on this issue, and that's why we went for PostgreSQL. We thought it is fast, and we did the whole thing with raw SQL. So no RM, no nothing. PostgreSQL plus raw SQL. And also, we had an issue about scale, which was the limitation that we had for our databases. So we had limited connections, and everyone else has, and resources limited. So we had this idea, okay, how we can handle that. So that's why we looked around for a solution to just minimize the pressure on the databases that we have. So, and the solution was Redis. So Redis actually saved us, and we started to look for an architecture for Redis solution to make the application faster with lower latency. As you know, Redis is very fast, and it's in-memory database. It's really fast, and it can be used for caching at the backend to minimize the pressure on the database. And we actually did it, and we implemented something called sticky layers. So what happens at the backend is that every call coming to the backend is going through some layers, and if it's stuck there somewhere, if there is any data there, it's going to bounce back to the client without going to your back into your database, consuming any connection. And the pool that we have for our database is actually based on the memory that we have. So we have some calculations about how many connections we can have in the pool based on the memory that we have. And it is limited. And as we're a startup, we don't have much of money to spend on the resources. So we try to be very efficient as we go forward, to just save money, burn less. So you become creative when you have limited resources. You have to be efficient. Yeah, so that was just the overview of our backend. So I can talk about the security as well. Security is also a very important aspect of our work, because we know that if we become a social platform, this user data, it's very critical. So you don't want to jeopardize the user data anyhow. So how we did it, first of all, we started with our API key, and we use API key, of course, and we use also refresh tokens for our accounts. So the tokens are refreshed every 30 minutes. So we make sure that it is not something that is permanent or anything that can be jeopardized and then be used for long term. Our API key is not hard-coded in our application. So API key is also used in a different way. So we cannot, if anyone tries to disassemble the application, cannot reach the API key. So we have thought that very thoroughly to make it very secure. When it comes to user data, we encrypt all the communications. It's actually Microsoft which encrypts once, and it's also us, that our algorithm, that which encrypts another time, another layer. So the data is encrypted. It doesn't mean that we cannot reach the data. We have a reporting system. As soon as a conversation is reported, we're going to go there. And it could be something that involves authorities. We have the capacity to just release those information to authorities. But apart from conversations, all the public data is not encrypted. It is actually in our database because they're public, so there is no problem with storing them in the database without encryption. Our media is also at the Google Firebase. So every URL, everything that we have in the Firebase is also assigned with a token, a generated token. So it cannot be publicly reached. So it's through our system. So it's very safe. This is something embedded in Firebase. So this is not something we implemented, but we think it really works well. Yep. So let me just go through. Yeah. So I can just, maybe I can zoom in. Okay. So I can, yeah. So here we have, I can show the different our database, that what we have here. I cannot show the details, but this is something that we have here, and you can, as you can see, our database is actually quite big. So we have all information here in our database at Azure side. So nothing is actually stored at the Firebase side. Do we have any questions? No? Okay. So yeah, I think that was it about the technical part. I cannot show more actually because of the security reasons. Yeah. So I want you. Okay, one more thing. Yeah, that's important. Also, we started with the thesis work at our company, and there are ongoing thesis works which help us in different areas like moderation, content moderation. There's currently one thesis work working on content moderation is going to be added to our platform if everything goes well. So we're going to release thesis proposals. So we appreciate it if you. It's going to be through our LinkedIn and also through our website. So if you're interested, it's really appreciated. It's really nice to have you on board. And yeah, it could be through security. It could be about security. It could be about AI. And it also could be about anything that you have on mind. It could, and you think it's interesting. We look at it so you can come forward with your suggestion. That works really as well. Yeah, so I want everyone to just take a look at our platform and give us feedback and use it. Just suggest it to other people who might be interested and help us to just make this grow. And thank you so much. Thank you.